Santa Monica. This is Afternoons LA Late. From LA Late headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LA Late.
Yeah, I do. Well, there you go. So I was saying some stuff. You didn't hear it, but it wasn't really that important. Turn off your mood, dude. I did two in a row that went perfect, and then I got to this one, and I forgot to turn off the mute button. There's a mute button down it. And if I cut myself off, then all you hear is her talking, and I don't think you want that. I don't want you. I don't think you want that. I don't think you want to hear her talking all day long. I hope you're having a good day. I know I am. And Wall Street is just, oh my goodness, they're just all over the place. The Dow the market just closed. Dow's down 500 points. Nasdaq up slightly. Your $1.9 trillion stimulus package will be approved by the House of Representatives later today. And if you don't hear from them, they may have the mute button off. They may have that mute button off as well. It's exciting. How many times have you wanted to have Nancy Pelosi's mute button on? Drop in the comments. I can see your comments. How many times did you hope that Nancy Pelosi's mute button is on? I'd rather listen to you. That's a good thing about, one of the functions. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate it. Charlotte. That's one of the great functions of the choice is how you do the live stream. I have it live as everything. So if I'm messing up, I see you, Lily, telling me I'm messing up. We love you in Dallas. I love you, Team Angel in Dallas. How are you? I had so much to say in that opening remark. The only good thing is I get to do it again. I get to do it again because we're back with 3 more shows later today. We're just rolling them out. You're getting the $1,400 third stimulus check. It's going to get passed later today. It will not have the $50 minimum wage in there, thank goodness. More about that in a second. Bernie was just, hemorrhaging about this earlier today. He just said, gotta have it in there, gotta have it in there. The president does not want it in there. I don't want it in there. No one wants it in there. But you're going to get a $1,400 third stimulus check. Congratulations. Congratulations. I mean, what a day it is. There may not be audio for the first 2 minutes of this clip, but you'll see me and I'll be like, hi, how are you? $1,400 stimulus check going out. $1,400 third stimulus check will be passed by the House of Representatives by the end of today. The day started with confusion, because I personally did not have Mornings LATE show today. And earlier today, the $15 minimum wage was in there. It was in there. I got messages from viewers, and they said, "Oh my God, why is it still in there?" If you don't know what's happening, let me recap. Yesterday, the Senate parliamentarian ruled that the $15 minimum wage should not be in there. It can't be in there. She said if you bring this bill to the Senate on Monday with it in there, no bueno, because it will not pass. And that was late in the day. I mean, I was recording Evenings LA telling you in late in the day that the $15 minimum wage has been ruled as improper in a reconciliation bill, that it has to be taken out. And at that time, Nancy had still not taken it out. She had still not taken out the $15 minimum wage, which caused a lot of confusion for viewers. It wasn't until midday today that we got news that it was taken out. And trust me, even at the news as it was taken out, Bernie was just out there saying, "Oh, no, 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 no." And viewers of myself were saying, "Oh, yes, 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 you got to take it out. We got to get these checks out. We got to get this $14 stimulus check out. We can't have it held up for minimum wage." And the great news was that finally they put they got that thing out of there. And by getting it out of there, they understood that, we're going to finish this thing. There's so much happening. The third stimulus package bill will land in the Senate on Monday. And on Monday, this is the bill. There will be no more modifications to the bill. We had heard from other people like Ron Wyden, who's a little bit off of frame. I'm having problems reaching certain things. Here he is. There's our friend Ron Wyden. He had wanted $600 of FPUC in there. He had wanted certain things. That whole senatorial fight is not happening anymore. So the bill, when it lands, the Senate's going to get passed. Chuck Schumer has been talking about getting the bill passed. So it'll be called for a vote. And we're done. I mean, we're done. Congratulations. Congratulations, new LLate, new bill, new law, and same hairstyle. So there you go. Wall Street ended down for the day. 500 points. Boy. Dow stocks, Walmart down a couple dollars. Microsoft up, Apple up. NASDAQ ended up for the day after taking the worst beating NASDAQ yesterday since October. But Wall Street was up. NASDAQ component was up 1.4 today after big tech fell dramatically yesterday. But Microsoft, Apple, 2% today up. Dow Jones Industrials ended down 500 points. Dow Jones was down 240 at one point. So what's going on with this Treasury yield, and what does this mean for your stimulus check? I'm getting a lot of questions about this. Earlier today, I think it was on the very first show of the new LA, I said the word fourth stimulus, and someone just said, what is he talking about with Nancy and fourth stimulus? I literally mean what I mean. There's going to be a fourth stimulus package. It's called the recovery package. This one is the rescue package. After that one, it's the remix package. It's the remix package. It comes in the smooth jazz version as well. So that there'll be one more stimulus package in there. And will it have your SSI and SSDI, your $200? Will it have something more for FPUC retro? We do know one thing it will have in there, and it will have that $15 minimum wage, because Bernie has been arguing for it. What's going to happen next week is you're going to hear a lot of chatter. The president's going to soften the chatter. The Treasury Secretary is going to soften the chatter. I'm going to tell you, ignore the chatter, because ultimately the bill is going to get passed. What's in the third stimulus package? How soon will you get the $14 stimulus check? If the bill passes early next week, which it may likely, some viewers could see that stimulus check within 3 days, potentially after it passes. Why? Because Janet Yellen's predecessor, who is Steve Mnuchin, he was able to get the second stimulus check out in 3 days after the bill became law. 3 days after the bill became law. Now, some people didn't get it that first day, but about 100 viewers of this channel did get that check that first day. Others took about 2 months. Others had to look for it in a San Francisco hairstyle. It was just not around. Some found it sitting at the casino. But that's the great news. The other items of the third stimulus package, $3,600 for children, 5 years and younger. You'll get those payments starting the month of July. $300 a month. Starting the month of July, great news, automatic, so long as they know those children exist. 17 to 6, $250 a month, starting the month of July. But what do you do between the $1,400 stimulus check in July? That's why you gotta stay with me. You gotta stay with this channel. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Like this video. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. I love your comments. There's Disco and Tuck. I'm just loving the comments across the board. There's so much happening today, and it's a lot here and a lot there. It's a warm day here in Los Angeles. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, so I'm a little bit warmer than you would normally see me. It was cold here for a couple days, so there's a lot of stuff happening. People always wonder, what's the temperature like there? It's just warmer today. It's just warmer. I hope it's good where you are. But Wall Street is just jittery. It's just jittery. And Janet Yellen has really tried to soften it. I mean, she has really tried to soften it, but that's not working. Quincy Crosby, Prudential Financial's chief market strategist, said in a news statement, minutes ago, that despite the unruly nature of the Treasury sell-off recently, credit spreads remain contained, but if the spreads widen materially and sell off, the Fed and the markets will really have to something to worry about. Bottom line, translation, nothing to worry about yet, but if this continues, they're going to have to do something. Art Catchin, who's very well respected, he is director of floor operations at UBS, said this morning, if the market begins to believe the Fed has somehow lost control of where the bond market is going, all that idea of taper tantrum will show up. Lord. So what does this mean for your stimulus? It means that the third stimulus package will land in the Senate on Monday. And the President of the United States sort of issued that big statement, which I detailed on the video before this a little bit. And that big statement said, just sort of get it done, folks. I mean, just get it done. He talked about everything from EIDL to more and said, you just need to get these things done. So, he issued a very large press release statement, which members of this channel I gave as a PDF. If you're not a member already, you need to become a member because the bill is now about to become a law. You want to have a copy of the bill. You want to have a copy of all these statements when they're announced. They explain what's going on. This is a presidential statement issued minutes ago. For small businesses, the bill will include Paycheck Protection, the EIDL Advanced Program, Shutter's grant program, and more. It basically gives you a summary of what's in the bill, if it's not clear for me already. More about that in a second. But boy, just so much happening on this afternoon. There's a lot of stuff across the board, and I'll have more of it coming up shortly. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and coming up more in just a second, I'll have what else is in the third stimulus package, the big news about vaccines, big news about stimulus, and the fourth stimulus package coming up shortly.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
What a big day. The president wants to make very clear that this is a package that needs to be passed. The bill delivers immediate relief to workers and families bearing the brunt of the public and health crisis, providing a $2,000 economic payment with a $1,400 payment in addition to the $600 payment provided in December. So I started pitching this $2,000, even though it's not $2,000. Ironically, his news release today mentioned the $15 minimum wage, which is sort of ironic. He didn't even edit it out. That would certainly have caused a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of big news elsewhere that impacts your stimulus across the board. Johnson & Johnson earlier this week got that approval as your third vaccine approved for the United States. It's the only single-dose vaccine, and Johnson & Johnson will have about, I think it was 15 million doses by March. The other big news this week was Moderna has commenced trials on its booster for the South African variant nearly a month early. It was supposed to start them in March. This is great. So basically, what's a booster? It means that if you already have the vaccine shot, which I have, and I encourage you to get as well, you just go in for an extra boost, just an extra shot, not as strong as the prior ones, to cover you for these variants. Meantime, AstraZeneca made news today. Canada approved 2 versions of AstraZeneca right away. And so this is going to speed up Canada's delivery of vaccines across the board. There is real surprise in something in the third stimulus package, which I have never detailed before until write this recording. The third stimulus package, the $14 third stimulus package, adds $1.9 trillion, $1.9 million of health insurance that you may not have seen. The stimulus package, let me go very slowly on this one because this one's a little complicated. The stimulus package would remove for 2 years the income cap currently in place for insurance premiums subsidized through the federal exchange. This would also limit the amount of paid in premiums for 8.5% of your income. Bottom line translation is you'll pay less. You'll be paying less for insurance if you're through Obamacare and similar systems. The Congressional Budget Office gives a guidance of how this third stimulus package is going to save you money on your insurance bill. A 65-year-old with a $58,000 income per year, about 450% of the 2020 poverty level, currently pays $12,000 in annual premiums through the exchange, doesn't qualify for the subsidies. Under the proposed change, that person would pay no more than $4,900. So instead of paying $12,000 a year, they pay $4,000. Now, of course, that's a high-end example, but it's great. The day before, we had the news of what's happening later today. Steny Hoyer, the majority leader in the House, said the House will vote on Friday on the American Rescue Plan to end the pandemic and deliver urgently needed relief to American families and small businesses. The American people strongly support this bill, and we're moving swiftly to enact it into law. If you did not see what happened last night on this channel, I delivered the breaking news that the Senate parliamentarian ruled that the third stimulus check package cannot have the $15 minimum wage. It's being removed. Thank goodness. It was not removed by Nancy last night. It took a little while for her to remove it, and certainly left a lot of jitters for some people. But she removed it by the middle of the day, and by removing it now, it's set up for a Senate vote next week, and there won't be any Democratic opposition to it. This comes after 200 business leaders wrote a letter yesterday actually 2 letters, urging Schumer and McConnell to pass it next week right away. Previous federal relief measures have been essential, but more must be done to put the economy on a trajectory for a strong, durable recovery. The country's business community is prepared to work with you to achieve these critical objectives. It's an important sign of the breadth of support that we're seeing for this rescue package, says Joe Biden. Ron Wyden had been among the people that were worried, that you were worried that they were going to step up and cause problems. Bernie Sanders is no longer a sort of factor in the situation. The progressive wing of the Democrat Party late today came out and said, you know what, we are going to fight for this $15 minimum wage. Good news is that fight's not going to be next week. You're going to hear a lot of chatter about it. It's not going to be next week. The notion of it would be that they would hold up your stimulus check for $15 minimum wage, which is not even this year, it's in future years. It's just, it's not logical. Joe Manchin, who's a Democrat out of West Virginia, and Sinema and Wyden potentially as well, all said if it came up, they would oppose it. So that's the good news right there. Meantime, some states are now sending out stimulus checks. California this week announced a $600 stimulus check. Congratulations. How do you get it? If you made less than $30,000 and you filed that 2020 tax return, and there's 1 or 2 other eligibility questions you need to answer, go to their website to see it. You could get that check within about 45 days, with about 45 days for direct deposit. Wow. I mean, that's really great. This is on top of the president's $1,400 stimulus check. This is, the president's talking about his stimulus check today, but this week the governor of California and other governors talked about their stimulus check. Paper checks could come out in about 60 days. Payments are expected to begin about March 2021. I'm just very happy for how everything has happened for you. It's been a good progression. If you did not watch Evenings LA last night, I explained that, the parliamentarian gave you a favor. She ruled on that $15 minimum wage yesterday before Nancy calls it for a vote today. By doing that a day ahead of time, we know it needs to get taken out. It is now taken out. The House will vote on the correct bill without the $15 minimum wage. And so what else is in that third stimulus package? Let's go over those details shortly. The $15 minimum wage is gone, and instead, $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, $1,400 for children, $1,400 for adult dependents. No debt collections, no child support taken out, no past taxes. It would be paid either by direct deposit, debit card, or paper check. You could see it potentially as 3 days after it becomes law. That law date could be next week. I mean, the president's trying to push it really fast. You're going to see FPUC extended from March to August, $400 a week. You're going to see UI, PUA, PEUC extended from March to August as well. You're also going to see rent for low income, middle class, homeless, mortgage assistance. Generally, if you're behind on those bills, utility money as well. Children will get a lot of money in here. Nancy got a lot of money in there for children. So did the president. $3,600 for children 5 to newborn, paid $300 a month starting the month of July. If you are 17 to 6, $250 a month, starting in the month of July for 12 months. That's 6 to 17. College students, $1,700 plus the $1,400. And then we have the other groups. There's a lot of exciting stuff in here. There's paid sick leave, $14 a week based upon $73,000 annual salary. And that's if the child's sick because of COVID, you're sick because of COVID, family member's sick because of COVID, you got quarantined because of COVID, or the child has to stay home because of the pandemic, because the school's closed. There's going to be more money in there as well for the businesses. The president talked about that in his news statement today. He talked about that business assistance. The good thing about the president's focus on that business assistance is that it starts to roll out right away. Stimulus check is the fastest item in this package. But somehow the president understood, and I think it was Janet Yellen as well, understood the necessity of getting out certain things as fast as we can get them. He said for small businesses, the bill, this is the president talking, the bill includes funding for the Paycheck Protection Program, the EIDL, the Shuttered Venues Operations Grant Program, and a program that finances innovation for small businesses. What? Cut back to my camera. What? Tia, are you in the room? Tia, are you in the room? Ira, are you in the room? The viewers who have been wondering about that thing, and a program that finances innovative small businesses? We all need to pull out that bill again. Am I? This is why I give you documents. And this is a live read. I haven't read this section. This is a document I delivered to members earlier today. It's a document from the president. He wrote it today. And he says, once again, that there's money in there for small business innovation, to innovate. Wow. Where? We got to pull that bill again. We got to look at that bill again. A program that finances innovative small businesses. How innovative? How innovative do we need to be to get the grant? Taco truck doesn't count? How innovative? This is huge. I'm really excited, the 26-minute mark of this video. I'm really excited. So there's a surprise. This is back like the old days of EIDL outside, where there's bombshells at the end of the video. I did not plan this. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. Look how many pages of stuff I got in my hand. That's thick. Goodness. If anyone else sees anything interesting in there, this is just overwhelming. So yeah, there's surprises across the board in a day in which we didn't know how many surprises we would get. Boy. Good afternoon, L8, says Laura. How are you, Laura? What's going on? There's Connie and there's Crayola King in the room, and there's Alma. Hey, Alma, this is incredible. I'm excited you're loving it. I'm sure there's going to someone say, "Where's his donut? I just wanted to see a donut today." I just wanted to see a donut. What is all this other stuff? I just want to see a donut. It's a good day, but let me tell you where the recap is at the 28-minute mark. The big recap is that this is Afternoons LLate. And if you don't know what it is, then let me remind you what it is.
From LA Late headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LA Late.
And it is. This is Afternoons LA. So, you see what's going on. The new shows on this channel are Mornings LA8, which has a 2-hour run, and then Home, which the midday show on LA8, otherwise known as Home, for a 2-hour run, and then Afternoons LA8. I'm not sure what we'll do later today. Maybe we'll just have a lot of fun. I wasn't able to record Mornings today, but I'll be back tomorrow morning with Mornings LA8. And we'll figure out what else we can do. I'm loving this platform. I'm loving your reaction. I'm loving the surprises. Nothing has fallen. Nothing has crashed. We started this one, I think, the third one. Who would know that I mess up on the third video, but I don't mess up on the first two. But I started this video, I think, by hitting the mute button. So you didn't hear me talk, which is good. It's like, cut him out. Cut him out. Let's just have a cat video. The big update is that your $14 third stimulus check package is going to get approved today. What other disco guy? Hey, good afternoon, Lynn Glenn. How are you? There's Robert Dover, and there is Krista Hoover, and there's Danielle, and there's Crayola King again, and there's Tiffany Ellis with the donuts. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Your $14 third stimulus check package. Good afternoon, Allied. Well, good afternoon. There's Laura, and there's Charlotte Miller. This is good. And there's Dean Powell with some Calcino sirloins. From Wall Street to Main Street, thank you for joining me on Afternoons L8. Wall Street just closed minutes ago. Dow down significantly, 500 points. NASDAQ up Tech rallied back after its worst day since October. But on the stimulus front, your $1,400 third stimulus check package will be passed by the House of Representatives later today. Thank you, Michelle, for the super chat. You know, if I get my peripheral vision right, I could sort of look out of the side of my eye and see that the super chat appeared. There are some other things I can do. I did not want to hold up delivering you news to add any more, to deliver you ice cream. Did you know I could deliver you virtual ice cream? Yeah, virtual ice cream. So I didn't want to hold up the show to deliver you virtual ice cream. I wanted to give you the news. Your $14 third stimulus check will be passed later today. It will land the Senate next week. It will be voted on next week by all indications from Chuck Schumer, and it could become the law next week. The checks could start going out next week. Things are moving very quickly. There will be a fourth stimulus check and stimulus package. That's the Recovery Act. But there could be other stimulus packages. One of the things you heard me talk about on last night, I'll have more about on the video after this, is that Hakeem Jeffries and Aguilar conference next Tuesday and Wednesday. That's a big one. That's a big one. The president will be in attendance. It is a big conference to talk about what other stimulus we need to do, what other bills we need to do. SSI, SSDI, a lot of stuff. So I'll have more about that coming up on the video right after this. I'm back more with Afternoons Late with the push of purple and a little bit about some business information as well, business grants and more. And then join me at the top of the hour as Afternoons Late recaps the big news from Wall Street to Main Street today as well. Thank you for joining me.
If you